So we'll just start with your first name and what you do. We'll just start there.
Okay. My name is Itala Portal, and I work for the state of California, the Department of Transportation. I'm a toll collector at the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge.
Can you hear me?
I can. It was clear over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay,
raise
cool.
your audio, just speak up just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe just do that one more time.
Okay. My name is Itala Portal, and I work for the state of California, for the Department of Transportation, Caltrans. I'm a toll collector at the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge.
So what do you use broadband for?
Broadband, I use broadband for helping my son with his homework every day, for research. I also use it for basic emailing and treasury duties. That I'm a volunteer treasurer for a Democratic club in San Francisco.
And how do you use it?
I use it actually with a landline attached to the laptop, so there's no wireless router.
Okay.
Let me just grab this really quickly.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. So you used to, I just want to make sure we frame the interview right. So you used to use Lifeline, or?
I actually use Lifeline, the mobile service.
The mobile. Okay, great. So
for my son.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna frame her interview as someone who currently uses Lifeline for the phone, and then ask the question as to why it would be helpful with broadband.
Okay.
Okay.
So why do you think it would be good to also get Lifeline for broadband as well?
It would be good because I believe it would be more affordable and more accessible to people that have lower income brackets.
I'm gonna pause right there. When you answer her back, like when you'd say something like, "I think you would be," your question was the having Lifeline, right?
Yeah.
So including Lifeline, it'd be sort of saying the question back first.
Saying
so it'd
the
be
question back.
Yeah, like you'd be like, "Oh, so I think that it would be great for Lifeline to include broadband because," so that on camera we have the question since we're not being shown.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe Lifeline broadband would be essential to have, especially for families with low income. It would be accessible, and it would be great if it wouldn't be limited to a low speed type of internet service. High speed would be something more ideal. It would be more convenient. How can I say it?
That's great. That's really
Sorry.
great. No,
No,
that's
that's
really
fine.
strong. Yeah.
It's-
Let's
The low speed that I have right now makes my tasks so much more difficult to complete.
let's say that one line one more time. That's great.
The internet low speed that I currently have in my residence, even though it's affordable, makes my tasks so much more challenging to do. It takes me from 4 to 5 minutes to even send a basic email. So having high speed, internet through Lifeline would be more convenient. It would be able to complete my tasks at a much more faster rate. I would have more easier accessibility to using a tablet and not attached to a hardcore line through my laptop. So that would be more convenient for us with my son.
So
That's
having Lifeline for the phone, like how has that helped your life and improved your life? Having it?
Well, having the Lifeline mobile service for my son, when I applied for it a year ago, it was such a big help because I couldn't afford for one of those expensive network services that has a 2-year commitment. I currently have one and I'm barely making the payments. So when I applied for Lifeline and I got accepted and I qualified for it, I was so happy because I had direct access to contact my son in middle school. During this time that I had applied for a Lifeline and we received the phone call, I was dealing with bullying issues from my son at school. and my son wasn't confident in speaking with student services about the issues that were occurring. So in that time, even though it was just a basic phone to make phone calls and basic limited character texts, he was able to communicate with me. So that was a big relief on my part, that I had that, how can I say that device free of charge for me to communicate to my son and making sure that he was safe at school, even though I was already going to the district and making all efforts and settling the issues with the bullying at school. So it made it so much easier. So it was a tool that my son was able to feel more secure in communicating with me whenever he felt insecure at school.
So having high-speed broadband, then how do you think that would benefit your son's life?
It would benefit him totally, so much more. It would facilitate his homework. Mostly all of his homework now needs internet. So we need high-speed internet. And the current internet that we have right now is so slow, it delays our homework process. So in order for us to do one homework, it takes us 2 hours to do, because we're going back and forth and explaining and reading and what we're looking for. And now it just makes the task more challenging, and it takes longer.
So what about for those people who feel not everybody needs high-speed internet? What would you say to them?
I would say to them that we do need it. We need to be, it is going to help us so much more in the areas of education, in the areas as parents, for employment, to access better employment opportunities in applying for online. Education-wise, I speak for myself. I'm the working class, I'm the working poor, and I have low-speed internet right now. It takes me so much more time to do things to help my son, and me on a personal level, and me trying to improve my own personal education. I cannot have online education so I could be closer to my son. Why? Because it's always kicking me out of the class sessions online. A webinar I want to participate. Any type of educational advancement I want to do online, I cannot do. And I need to be home for my son. We are on our own. I have no one to care for my son. So it's not easy for me to just work full time and then take off to school. I have to worry, well, my son will be all right. Who will take care of my son? Who will help him with his homework when I'm not there? Why? Because I physically have to go to school to take a night class. So the option for me to have online education is just not happening right now because of the quality of internet service that I have.
So
It's
perfect.
really good.
It's
It's
really
really good,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just look at the single mom questions.
Okay.